Welcome back to another edition of Vocabulary Building. In my last video, I spoke about how you can learn a language by building up your vocabulary and stop translating inside your head. So I thought, why not follow it up today by giving you a dozen or so words. They are not exactly exotic or lesser known words. You would have heard them sometime or the other, but I just thought I'll throw a little light on these words, and they are fun words to use when you're talking. I'll give you the word, I'll give you the meaning, and probably a simple sentence that you could use this in. So let's start with something called petrichor. Now, with the rains coming, when the rain falls on the dry and hot earth, there's a lovely smell that comes, जो हम हिंदी में उसे सौंधी सौंधी खुशबू बोलते हैं. What is that called in English? It's called petrichor. So you can say, I love the smell of petrichor, or I love petrichor. I wish there was a perfume that smells like petrichor. So that's the first one. After that, aglet. All of us at some time or the other have worn shoes with laces. You pick out a lace, and right at the end or the tip of the lace, you find a little kind of a metal cap, which is sometimes maybe plastic. It's just tightened like that. That's what an aglet is called. So next time when you're putting a new lace into your shoes, think about this word, that the aglet is the one that goes inside the hole first. Then we have tines. Many people out there would probably know this, but you have seen a fork. Those the prongs. The technical name for the prongs of a fork are tines. So they call the tines of a fork. So when you look at a fork and you see, are they clean between the tines? We have minimus. This little finger on our hands and the little toe on our feet, they are called minimus. So what am I lifting up? The minimus on my right hand. A tittle. We all write English, and when we were kids, our teachers told us that don't forget to dot your I's and J's. So what is that dot on top of an I or a J? That's called a tittle. So have you placed the tittle in your English? Yes. So be careful that you put the dot on the I so that it doesn't get read as some other alphabet. Brouhaha. A lot of times we've used it. Stop making such a brouhaha about things. It's an unnecessary excitement, unnecessary exaggeration of an event. That's called a brouhaha. The press made a brouhaha about the latest politician's visit. Mollycoddle. Many a times we say, stop mollycoddling your kid. Stop mollycoddling your staff. Is basically treating somebody with too much of care or utmost of care and making them feel weak or something like that. So don't mollycoddle people unless it's absolutely required. Gobbledygook. Doesn't that sound fun? Well, it is fun, but when you don't understand when somebody is saying, when he gets too technical, imagine yourself sitting in a class where your IT manager or something to do with IT, and he keeps doing this, or it's finance and there's so many terms that come out that you don't understand. That's gobbledygook. Something that you don't understand is called gobbledygook. A fuddy-duddy. Many people probably call me a fuddy-duddy. So your grandfather or your great-grandfather, your grandmother, who's a little older than say 60, Hindi में बोलते हैं ना सठिया गए हैं. So something similar, they are the fuddy-duddies in the house. So I have so many fuddy-duddies in the house that they have an opinion about things that don't match my generation. Shenanigans. They are mischievous things that children do, or even adults sometimes. Look at his shenanigans. Who does he think he is? So next time you want to say that he's just acting up, you say, look at his shenanigans. It sounds so good. Boondocks. A lot of us have heard, in Hindi movies and TV serials, this is, तुमको मैं वहाँ posting करवा दूँगा जहाँ पे पानी भी नहीं मिलता है. That's the boondocks for you. A place where it's so remote that there's very little habitation around, so nobody wants to go to the boondocks. Or when you live in an area where there's very little civilization around or people around, they say, you live in the boondocks. How do you think you're going to come from the boondocks? I don't want to come to your house. Lastly, vocables. We all have listened to music, we sing, and you would have seen in between songs there are some meaningless words like la 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 or na 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 na. And many a times when we don't know the words, we do the same thing. We just say la 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 and try to finish the song. Those meaningless na na na's, la la la's, are what we call as vocables. I'm going to share all these words at the end of this video. Go through them, try them out when you're talking, and probably impress someone in front of you. Have fun, keep reading, build up your vocabulary. Thank you.